I'm so used to Snapchat that I like pulled the record button down. Anyway, I need a platform where I can yap about what's going on in my brain and that nobody will see it because it's YouTube and there's like thousands of you. Thousands of YouTubers, 8 billion people, someone's bound to see it, blah, 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 whatever. If I don't think about the statistics, nobody's going to see this, therefore I don't have to worry about it, if that makes sense, because I've been spamming my Snapchat and my Instagram with stuff like, I'm not mentally okay, blah, 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 and like, nobody really fucking cares. Like, also what they followed me for. They followed me so that they could see, like, I don't know, where I got those jeans from. Or, like, because they're my friend that I met once at the Renaissance Fair last year. Like, some shit like that. They don't care. That's okay. Like, you're not supposed to care. But I don't have therapy because I know everything that they're supposed to tell you. Everything that's by the book. Because it's common fucking sense to me. I'm gonna tell them, hey, I don't know what to do. And they're gonna be like, okay, well, let's make a plan. No. I don't want to make a plan. I know what to do. I want to talk about how I feel. I don't need your help. I need your ear. Haven't had a therapist since March. I kind of ghosted him. He was really sweet though. I just didn't have a way there. Didn't have a way to keep it up, and I also just don't like letting people in. So I'm alive, dude. I'm still kicking. Speaking of being alive, this past January I had really, really awful year. I had a really, really awful January. I admitted myself to the psych ward January something. But I haven't been okay in a long, long time, so I can't even say I haven't been okay for a few months now since I got back in January. No, I haven't been okay because I've been wanting to not be here, capital H, here, for 10 years. And I'm 17, so if you math that correctly, that's like fucking insane. You're gonna be like, Hazel, what do you mean? You were 7, you weren't frolicking in the woods? No. I'm not gonna tell you why, because like I don't fucking have to. But I just like I haven't. I'm 10 years behind everybody making a plan for their future and like having dreams. I haven't allowed myself to dream because I've been trying to just get through the day for 10 years. And I don't want you're something, I don't fucking care. What I'm telling you is that that's how I've been living, and I don't know how to stop living like that. Like, I now know how to like enjoy the moment, blah blah blah, whatever, sappy shit like that. I just don't. Every time I think about the future, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. Just know it. And that's the easiest answer I have, and it's the simplest explanation I have. And I'm supposed to meet with my guidance counselor and be like, hey, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I didn't know I had a rest of life. I didn't want to turn 17, guys. My birthday's in February. I admitted myself in January. I didn't want to turn 17. But here we are, and I have to deal with the consequences of my actions, which is, unfortunately, the consequences of surviving is learning how to be alive again. Except I've never, from what I can recall, felt alive. I've had moments, obviously. I'm not like an emotional fucking asshole, but like, I've not looked beyond a day in the future. Because it's not gonna happen. But I have, it's September now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months until, shit gets real. 10 months until I'm out on my own. Not out on my own, I'm gonna like live here. But like out on my own, like I don't have 7 o'clock, arrive at school, blah blah blah. I don't have school in 10 months. I graduate in 10 months. I'm 10 years behind on having a future, but I have 10 months to figure out what the fuck I want to do so that I can graduate. Because one of the requirements is telling them, hey, this is what I want to do. And I can't yap to them about this because, one, my guidance counselor isn't paid enough and probably doesn't care. But also, it's not an excuse to not know what to do. It's just like, why figure it out? So I'm giving myself 10 months to fall in love with being alive, I guess. This is the longest I've been clean. This is the longest I've been single. This is the longest I've been okay. Which isn't necessarily true because because I've been having like, I was at my best friend's house and I just started crying and I pushed her away. I cried outside of her apartment in the rain around 1 o'clock in the morning. And I just sat in her car and I cried by myself. And I didn't tell her. What I told her is that I was crying over just everything. It's crying because I'm alive. And nobody tells you what to do when you survive. Something that you inflicted upon yourself. This is a man versus self type ordeal. And I know how I've read and I've watched and I've observed and I've written about how people can recover from outside forces trying to take their life away. But what about you? And I don't know, I'm figuring it out. And I want to talk about it in case anybody else is like, I don't know what to do, I'm still alive and I don't know why. I don't want anyone else to feel as alone as I do. Because my best friend doesn't get it. My family doesn't get it. To be fair, I don't want anyone to actually genuinely understand because this is scary and ugly and dark and twisty and just awful, awful mental torment, and nobody deserves that. I would rather take all of this mental exhaustion for everybody in the universe than for anyone to understand me. That being said, I will still talk about it because this is how I feel and it's valid. For to a therapist, any of this, I don't know what to do now. I don't know how to be alive. He's gonna be like, take a walk in the park. And I understand, nature, connection, blah, blah, blah. I believe in all that stuff too, but also, I'm not paying you to tell me stuff I already know. I'm a very observant person. I'm already pretty kind of smart. I can predict what you're gonna say because it's common sense. Okay, I'm not gonna pay someone to tell me common sense, just in a more demeaning manner. No. That being said, if you want therapy, great for you. It's just not for me. If walking in a park helps you, you go, gang. It's just not helping me. I'm not trying to bash anybody's existence. I say as if I expect anyone to see this. I don't know, I have 10 months. That's insane. I have 10 months until I graduate, and I've never thought, like, I used to be a barista, and I used to be a waitress. Like, yeah, that was nifty and cool, and I liked learning about people. Could be like, Hazel, why aren't you a therapist? I will take on other people's problems. I'm severely empathetic. Someone can be crying in their car right now, and if I heard that, I would feel completely and utterly awful and start crying too, because who knows what happened to that person. It could be a paper cut. I'd never know. I would just cry with them. I don't know. That's a problem. Not only am I crazy, I'm also severely emotional. Womanhood. Sorry, I keep saying I don't script things because I can't write what I feel. I just have to say it. Cool, nifty gang. I think that's the end of this rant. It's been 11 minutes. Thanks for listening if you listened. I'm really sorry. Please be kind to yourself. We're all learning how to live for the first time. Whether it's 10 years later or just today. We're all learning how to live for the first time, and you deserve patience and kindness and all of the easy things. Anyway, I hope you're doing okay. I really hope you didn't understand any of this. And if you did, I'm really sorry. I can't even tell you it'll get better.